So we'll see the definition of schizophrenia. It is a long-term mental disorder of a type involving a breakdown in the relation between the thought, emotion and behavior, leading to a faulty perception, inappropriate actions, feelings and withdrawal from reality and personal relationships into the fantasy and delusion, and a sense of mental fragmentation. So this is according to Lalita. So when the person is presenting with the schizophrenia, their perception and actions will be impaired, and emotional status will be disoriented. The types of schizophrenia. So schizophrenia is having the 7 types of schizophrenia. The first one is paranoid schizophrenia, hebric schizophrenia, catatonic schizophrenia, undifferentiated schizophrenia, residual schizophrenia, and simple schizophrenia, and unspecified schizophrenia. So first one is paranoid schizophrenia. Paranoid schizophrenia. Paranoid schizophrenia is characterized by including the delusions and hallucination. This is there is a deliberating symptoms of blurred and a line between what is correct and what is not correct. We cannot tell. We cannot find out. And Hebphernic schizophrenia. It is a typical by shallow and inappropriate emotional responses and having foolish behavior and having the false beliefs and false perceptions. And catatonic, third one is catatonic behavior, catatonic schizophrenia. It affects the way you move in extreme ways. You might stay totally still and mute. Undifferentiated schizophrenia, in the name itself, this is it is classifying that, giving that there is no differentiation, because in the combination of all hallucinations, delusions and impaired thought process and all the symptoms having in the condition of undifferentiated schizophrenia. And the fifth one is residual schizophrenia. It is characterized by having the more negative thoughts and the less positive thoughts. Simple schizophrenia. It is characterized by the negative symptoms such as elevation and lack of initiation, lack of motivation, low self-esteem. Like these symptoms represents the low simple schizophrenia. And the last one is unspecified schizophrenia. This category is used when the symptoms are not significant. So next we see the causes of schizophrenia. According to the book, childhood experiences, physical, environmental stressful, emotional disturbances, infections, drug abuse, depression, malnutrition, sexual abuses, relation breakup. So according to my client, he is having the causes like physical and psychological and environmental disturbances, and also the stressful disturbances, like he's having a son with the chronic alcoholic person, and also she was lost her husband in the early marital age. So due to the financial stress, due to the lack of irresponsibility towards the family of her son. So these stress and there is a lack of good communication by the neighbors. These are all the stress leads to the brain stroke, and that leads to the schizophrenia. And also my client is having the cause of depression, malnutrition, because of low economical status, low and lack of care of her husband and son. She did not have any good nutrition, she did not take any good nutrition, so that malnutrition also a cause for the schizophrenia. And the sexual abuses. So my client Lakshmi, she lost her husband in the early marital age, right? So from the day of her husband died. So when she that time she is in younger age, and due to that beautiness and all those and loss of her husband, there were a number of sexual abuses occurred by the other relatives or other persons those were present in the society around her, and the breakups. So she lost her husband in the early age, right? And we'll see the pathophysiology of schizophrenia. So any genetical predispositions and the environmental, social and pathological effects leads to the neurodevelopmental abnormalities and target future, and that leads to the brain dysfunction and improper balance of chemicals, and that brain dysfunction leads to the schizophrenia or paranoid schizophrenia. So in my client Lakshmi case, the environmental stress and depression, and the social lack of communication, lack of care by the relatives and neighbors, and also the psychological factors like depression, stress, these are leads to the neurological abnormalities. So those neurological abnormalities develop a brain stroke in the my client Lakshmi, and that brain stroke is leading a schizophrenia condition. So because of that reason she is having a schizophrenia. The clinical manifestations. So if you see the clinical manifestations of schizophrenia according to the book, behavioral manifestations, those are social isolation, disorganized behavior, aggression, agitation, compulsive behavior, excitability, hostility, repetitive movements, self-harm, lack of resistance. So according to my client Lakshmi, behavioral challenges, clinical manifestations related to the behavior, she's having the social isolation due to the lack of care and encouragement, and disorganized speech due to the brain stroke, and excitability, having the hallucinations and illusions, and the repetitive movements, and the self having the symptom of self-harm due to the depression and stress. And the cognitive clinical manifestations according to the book, thought disorders, delusion, amnesia, disorientation, mental dysfunction, slowness in activity, false belief of superiority. So according to my patient Lakshmi, thought disorder is present. She is experiencing the delusions and memory loss and disorientation and severe mental confusion and slowness in activity, and she is having the false perception also. So and the mood related clinical symptoms, according to the book, those are anger, anxiety, feeling detached from self, loss of interest, pressure in activities, elevated mood, inappropriate emotional response. So here the mood related clinical symptoms according to my client, she is having the anger, anxiety, feeling detached from self, loss of interest and pleasure in activity, and inappropriate emotional responses. And the psychological clinical symptoms according to the book is hallucinations, depression, fear and delusions. So according to my client, she is having a hallucinations, delusions and depression and fear also, irrational fear. And the clinical symptoms according to the book related to speech is coherent speech, rapid and freezed speaking and speech disorder. So according to my client, she is having incoherent speech and rapid and freezed speaking and speech disorder. And also the clinical manifestations according to the textbook, commonly fatigue, impaired motor coordination, lack of emotional response, memory loss, lack of motivation, changes in sleep pattern, changes in body language. So in generally my client is also experiencing the fatigue, impaired motor functioning and coordination, lack of coordination due to the weakness and paralysis of upper limb and lower limb, and she is having the memory loss. So for these clinical symptoms, so my client Lakshmi underwent the number of diagnostic findings. Those are according to book CBP and coagulation profile, and total cholesterol, and computer tomography, magnetic resonance, and DSM-5 criteria that includes delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, catatonic behaviors, blood sugars, ECG, and echo. So my client Lakshmi underwent CBP, coagulation profiles, LDL, HDL, and CT, MRI, DSM and 5 criteria, ECG, and 2D echo. So according to the pharmacological management, so here the management includes, the first one is pharmacological management. The pharmacological management includes, according to the book, tablet warfarin anticoagulant, tablet atenolol, beta channel blockers, tablet clonazepam, tablet B complex. And my client is receiving tablet warfarin, tablet atenolol, tablet clonazepam, and tablet B complex. And the nursing management includes, the mental health nurse should establish the trust and rapport with the client by developing a therapeutic communication skills, and encourage the client to elevate their feelings by good communication skills, and ensure safety measures about the client, and promote the social skills of the client, educate about the importance of life when the client is having suicidal thoughts and all. So here the nursing diagnosis include disturbed sensory perception related to auditory hallucinations as evidenced by self-talking. So here the my client Lakshmi is having the self-talking symptom. So for this, nurses should establish the therapeutic relationships and encourage the client to ventilate their feelings by good communication skills, and explore the how the hallucinations are experiencing by asking number of related questions, and help the client to identify the times that the hallucinations are most prevalent, and recording and video recording. So when the person is talking or maintaining the conversation with the other persons, but in that situation the person is absent, that is represent that the client is present in the hallucinations. When those time, without telling the client, we can make a video or record the words, and again we need to show the client, and we need to make the client to hear those audio, and we need to explain, and we need to provide the related therapies like family therapy, reliable therapy, psychoeducational, and also we should provide the behavioral therapy to the client, that depending upon the behavior of the client, and also provide the cognitive therapy focusing on the improve the thought process, and also family therapy should also to provide to see the person with a care, love, and affection, because she is having the depression due to the lack of encouragement. And the next one is disturbed thought process related to delusions as evidenced by the suspecting others. So for this also we need to establish the therapeutic relationship, and we need to maintain the good communication skills with the patient to ventilate the feelings, and recognizes the client's delusions as the client's perception of the environment, how the client is perceiving the false perceptions, like and treating it as a real. And we should provide the reality therapy. I provided the reality therapy to my client, and now she is good at perceiving the things from the environment to some extent. The next one is impaired verbal communication related to the encophlexia as evidenced by verbalization. So for this also, first we need to, the psychiatric nurse is to establish the good relationships and good communication. I developed good communication skills to the with my patient, and identified the duration of the psychotic medications of client, and keep voice in allow manner, and speak slowly. And when the my client is having impaired thought process, so because of that I maintain the conversation always slowly and calmly, to develop this self-esteem in my client. And also the risk for violence toward the self-related self-related to the suicidal ideation evidenced by existed behavior. So for this also we need to maintain a good therapeutic relationship with the client, and communications with the client in a smooth and cool manner. And also we introduced regarding the effective therapies. Those are cognitive therapy and family therapy. And also we need to provide the awareness to the family members. Next one is low self-esteem related to the hopelessness as evidenced by lack of positive feedback. So when I am talking with the patient, always my client is exhibiting the low self-esteem, and always she gives the answers in a negative way. So because of that, to improve this self-esteem, I showed a number of reality therapies and motivational stories by maintaining a good communication skills. From third day onwards, she developed a good self-esteem to some extent. And also potential nursing diagnosis includes here impaired social interactions related to the disease condition as manifested by decreased interactions with the people. And seventh one is interrupted family process related to the depression as manifested by irresponsibility. And the last one is decreased physical activity related to the paralysis as evidenced by inappropriate talks. So by this process, I have done the process recording also. According to the patient, when I am talking to the patient, client has to improve the sensory perception, and objectives like client has to improve the insight, and client has to improve the thought process. So according to myself, means psychiatric mental health nurse, the mental health nurse has to improve the therapeutic relationship with the client to alleviate the feelings, and the nurse has to developed a good communication skills with my client. And also conversations has maintained every day when I am dealing with the patients. And also I prepared and maintaining the diet plan that morning at 6 o'clock milk has given 1 glass, that is having the 42 kilocalories, and at 8 a.m. idli with the sambar, and the 11 o'clock carrot juice 1 glass, and the 1 o'clock rice, green vegetables and fish curry given. At 4 o'clock beans, nuts and 1 cup of rice and 1 chapati, and 8 o'clock 1 egg, and 9:30 milk 1 glass. So totally for one day 2700 kilocalories is necessary for an individual. So, and apart from this diet therapy, I also explained the psychoeducation about the disease condition. I clearly explained to the disease condition of my client to the family members of my client. So because to take care of my client with responsibility. And medication, I also explained about the medications. Regularly we need see that the family members should see that the medication should be given to the regularly to my client. And personal hygiene, I also explained the importance of personal hygiene. If the physically healthy only, that personal hygiene develops in mental hygiene. And I also here maintained recording and reporting at 8 o'clock. I introduced myself to my client, and 8 a.m. I collected history from my client and from family members. And 8:30 I done the physical examination, and 8:45 I done the mental status examination, and 9 o'clock administered the medication, that is tab clonazepam. And at 9:30 provided comfortable position to the client, that different positions like sitting and supine position every 1 hour, second hour. At 10 o'clock motivational story explained to my client. And 10:30 provided behavioral therapy. And 11 o'clock provided provided carrot juice 1 glass. 11:30 given cognitive therapy to improve the change thought process. And 12 o'clock educated regarding social skills and its importance. And 11:15 educated about the personal hygiene and its benefits. And 12:30 given family therapy about disease condition and how to deal with the client. And 12:45 provided occasional and rehabilitation therapy. And lastly provided the spiritual needs according to the beliefs of patient and family members of client. So at last, by these providing comprehensive nursing care to my client, I got a summary like Mrs. Lakshmi, 45 years old, admitted on 4/2/2020 with the complaints of sudden mental changes and repeated talking and disorientation, and diagnosed as schizophrenia by Dr. Sarathi Gaud, psychiatrist, and underwent the investigations like ECG, MRI, CT, CBP, LDL, and taken the treatment of tablet warfarin, atenolol, clonazepam, and tablet B-complex, and received the nursing interventions like therapeutic relationships and social skills and behavioral therapy, exposed to the number of counseling sessions by the clinical psychologist Dr. Shailaja Madam. Because here this